The Marble League's 7th season has just come to an end, and 2 new champions have been crowned since my last ranking. If you're a fan of one of those champions, congratulations. If not, well, let's just hope they don't finish too low on this list. Every Marble League team ranked from dead last to first. Several teams have never competed in a Marble League, so you won't be seeing any of these teams on this list. Of the 29 teams that have participated, 3 have only competed once. In dead last come the Quicksilvers. After a 16th of 16th finish in 2017, the Quicksilvers failed to qualify and then retired. Similarly, the Hornets' only appearance had them finishing last and being absorbed by the Bumblebees. In 27 come the Kobolds, who finished 9th of 16 in their first season, but has done nothing but dominate the Showdown, a tournament for non-qualifying Marble teams, since. This year, however, the Kobolds find themselves eliminated from even playing in the qualifiers for next year's league. Each year, 16 teams compete in 16 events for the Marble League crown. The team with the most points at the end are deemed champions, and points are awarded each event as follows. Gold gets 25 points, silver gets 20, bronze 15. 4th place gets 12, 5th 11, and all the way down to 16th, which gets you 0. I use this point system to rank the following 26 teams based on how they finished in each of their seasons. Let's continue the rankings. The Indigo Stars added a second appearance in 2021, but could just barely best their debut season finish of 14th. They finished with 5 points in 26th. The Rojo Rollers come in at 25. After 6th place in 2016, the Rollers failed to qualify 4 straight years, allowing fans to question what could have been. Unfortunately, they qualified in 2021 and ended up dead last, securing their spot as a bottom-tier Marble League team. In 24th are the infamous Limers, who have racked up 10 points in 4 appearances. 3 bottom 3 finishes really established them as the peak of Marble League ineptitude. In 23rd are the Jungle Jumpers, whose best finish of 7th really made up for their disappointing 15th a couple years before. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to qualify or really even come close for a few seasons now. It's now been over 4 years since the Snowballs finished in 7th place in the first and only Winter Marble League. Years of disappointment in qualifiers land this team with just 2 appearances and a 22nd place finish. 21st place come the almost forgotten Jawbreakers, a now retired team that put up 7th and 13th place finishes in the first 2 Marble Leagues. In an expanding league, anything can happen, but it sure does feel like the Jawbreakers are only a piece of mediocre history. In 20, with a lower point total than maybe expected, are the Bumblebees, who have been a leading underdog for some time. While half of them are ex-Hornets, the Bumblebees are a team with a bright future. Due to being the 2023 hosts, they are auto-qualified this season. Don't let their decent 2022 performance distract you from the fact that Team Primary are simply one of the most consistently inconsistent teams in Marble sports. Each season has them with high highs and the lowest of lows, and they always seem to land near the bottom of the standings by the end of the season. In 18th come one of the new appearances on this list, the Gliding Glaciers, who came storming into the 2021 Marble League. They finished with a bronze and auto-qualified for 2022. Unfortunately, their luck ran out last season as they got bested and sent to 10th place. Still though, this feels like a team on the rise who will compete in upcoming leagues. In 17th with 24 points are the Minty Maniacs. Their 3rd place finish in 2020 is looking more and more like a fluke. But they have still managed to avoid the bottom spot in every other season they participated in. The Chocolatiers are coming off their worst finish to date. In 5 leagues, their best finish was only 7th, with extreme mediocrity to surround it. They remain ahead of 2 teams with bronze finishes due to their uncanny ability to qualify. Similarly, the Balls of Chaos come in 1 point above in 15th. They drop 4 spots from the last ranking due to not qualifying in 2021, followed up by the lowest point total in Marble League history in 2022. This team seems to be one dropping fast, but are still a historical team who have accomplished more than many in their tenure. If the 2022 Balls of Chaos team was the worst in history, then the 2019 Oceanics would be second. In a tale as old as time, the Oceanics followed up their overall bronze in 2018 with a dead last. Surrounding those seasons, no top 9 finishes were earned. The Oceanics are a day 1 team, but have now been relegated to 3 straight non-qualifications. In 13th with 36 points are this year's runner-ups, the Shining Swarm. With a 7th in 2017 and a 9th in a ridiculously competitive 2021, the Swarm are destined for something special. And boy did they show up in 2022. An incredibly slow start was followed up by one of the best 6-event runs in Marble League history. The Swarm are a team as hot as anyone, and still have their eyes set on Marble League glory. In In 12th place come your 2022 Marble League champions. Up 5 spots from last ranking, the Pinkies completely rewrote history in 2022, taking them from one of the least successful franchises to a Marble League champ. They still are the only team to finish dead last twice, not to mention a second to last in 2019, but who cares? The Pinkies are the champs! Many, including myself, were surprised by the Crazy Cat's Eyes 2022 performance. They had finished 5th place twice in a row leading up to it, while dominating Marble 1 in the same years. However, only Marble League counts for this ranking, and the Cat's Eyes haven't yet reached their potential, with 3 double-digit finishes. They still deserve this 11th spot, however. Entering the top 10 come the Thunderbolts. Not much to say for the Thunderbolts. As a former bronze medalist, the Thunderbolts have managed middling performances since and missed the league last year for the first time in their history. In 9th, with 40 points, the Green Ducks are a team who feel close to a Marble League championship. Following the greatest debut finish in history, the Ducks disappointed fans with 11th and 12th finishes. However, in 2022, they finished strong for 5th place in their home stadium. They are likely to qualify and will compete again this season. In 8th come the highest ranked team to never podium in a season, though they've been close on several occasions. A 4th in the inaugural season was followed by a few middle-of-the-pack finishes before 2021, where they led convincingly through 8 events. I gave them a 52% chance of winning the whole league at that point, but a historical collapse led them to be swallowed up by the pack and finish in 6th place. It's been a long, hard road for Team Momo, but their championship window is wide open. 7th come the Hazers with 47 points. The Hazers are still the only multi-appearance team to never finish in the bottom half of Marble League. A 6th, 3rd, 6th, 4th was followed by the heartbreaking non-qualifications in 2022, and then by a gut-wrenching relegation. Now they'll have to wait until 2024 to even have a chance of qualification. Despite this fallout, there is no denying what this team accomplished in their first 4 seasons. You know what I'm going to say, Team Galactic is right where they love to be, just outside podium contending range. It's fitting that Team Galactic's fate was sealed after a 5th place finish in the final event. However, this sad ending cannot discredit what they accomplished throughout this season. A franchise best in gold medals and their first Marble League podium finish. Galactic doesn't move up any spots in my rankings, but they move up spots in our hearts after this last season. We all just want to see Galactic win, don't we? Every remaining team on this list is a champion, and at the bottom of the 5 are the Midnight Wisps. The Midnight Wisps have been surprisingly, awful recently. Missing the competition in 2021 and then a 15th place in 2022 is inexcusable. Of course, they still finished top 5 due to their Marble League championship and 2 4th place finishes to pair with it. Saying that though, the Wisps need to make a big change in order to hold up their legacy. The league's greats are made up in 4 teams in my opinion. The lowest of which and the youngest of which are the Raspberry Racers. The Racers come in with 70 points and 2 podium finishes to their name. Maybe the greatest championship win in Marble League came in 2019, where the Racers rewrote the recipe and won with inspiring consistency. This consistency faded in recent years, but their ability to win events did not. A championship slump was made up by a silver medal in 2021, where they were incredibly close to winning. The Racers had a really rough start in 2022, but completely turned it around to finish in 6th. They may be close to last in Marble 1, but where it matters, in the Marble League, they truly are one of the greatest. In 3rd come easily the wildest team in the league. Mellow Yellow are one of just 2 teams with 4 top 4 finishes, with placements of 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They are also somehow one of just 3 teams to finish in the bottom 4 3 times. Mellow Yellow is one of just 3 teams to play in 7 Marble Leagues, but have never finished worse than 4th and better than 13th. All this inconsistency sums up to a wildly entertaining franchise, and one absolutely deserving of the 3rd spot. We all knew we'd get here. The top 2 are the same, and likely will be for a while. It hurts every time, but in 2nd place come the O-Rangers with 93 points. The O-Rangers have yet to miss the Marble League and have finished in the top 10 in all of them. This is the only team to do so. They are the 2017 champions, the 2020 runner-ups, and the 2nd greatest Marble League team in history. Introducing the greats, the magnificent, the speedy. The Savage Speeders are the number 1 team in Marble League history, without a doubt. The Speeders still deserve this. Their first 5 seasons are remarkable, with 2 championships, 2 runner-ups, and a worst finish of 5th. In 2021, there was hope for Marble League fans, as the Speeders got screwed by a very tight field to finish in 12th. But in 2022, they bounced right back and were in the running for the championship until the last event. They did miss the podium for just the third time in 7 years, but this team is still as good as ever. And hey, it just means they have some other teams' dreams to crush. Until the day they aren't, the speeders are. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, check out some other videos on my channel, including the one where I rank every Marbula 1 team from last to first.